Washington football team.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
First down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Elliott. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
To give to Ezekiel Elliott. He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Griffin there defensively.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step up.
Operating from the gun. Weiss looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 33 and a first. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. First down, Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Michael Gallup. Touchdown.
Michael Gallup. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And 13.
From the gun, Weiss. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's good.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. On 1st and 10, Weiss. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Taken down and
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Every day, any day. Mark 55, Mark 55. We own this.
To throw on second down, Weiss. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Complete to Amari Cooper. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Elliott.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Prescott got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Jarwin.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Cowboys 6, Washington nothing.
55.
On second down, it's Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking.
Yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Off the play fake, Weiss slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
brings up 3rd and 3.
from the gun on third down. Weiss slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Prescott from the gun. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now again, right side, Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Washington on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 24, Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Throwing, Prescott. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
8-yard pickup.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
With the give to Ezekiel.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side complete to Carter. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Able to slither by. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Nothing.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
55, my God, 55. Here we go, D.
Throwing again. Weiss slings this deep from McLaurin into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Cowboys.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Cowboys' 44.
2nd and 11.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously upset on their team. The defense already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
The score, Cowboys 23, Washington nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a terrific return as he brings it right now, 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dallas.
Ezekiel Elliott, 30 yards. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
A gain of 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
They'll take over.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Not here. Go, get out there. So we're going to 53.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Washington.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one.
And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
About set. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Prescott now. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Dallas.
A first down throw for Prescott. And his pass incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Prescott off play action. Steps away to his left. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one is slant to McLaurin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50. 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
On 2nd down and 4. Prescott flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Juwan Winfrey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Cowboys 44. Washington, nothing. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the curls. Watch the curls. Check 59. Mike is under. Mike the 59. There we go. Kill. Watch the screen. Mike, check, 59.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Cowboys.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Stop your whining.
Now Prescott able to hit his target Lamb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 45-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Let's see what you got. Hey, check right. Watch it, right here. Go to 54.
Here's Prescott, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
A 54-yard attempt.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had it on line, gave it a pretty good ride, too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And, Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field.
Washington.
A defensive to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on first down. Weiss, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to the air on second down. Weiss looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His sixth touchdown of the season. And Washington able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero.
Set to kick off.
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
This is Tony Pollard.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. You still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, kill. Hey. 55's my guy, 55. Here we go. Mike,
On 1st and 10, Prescott looking deep in the direction of Coop. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
At the 7.
That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go. Mike's 59.
Throwing here, Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And again, it's Prescott. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Weiss, he's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. Today's final score, Cowboys 51, Washington 6.